Most fantasy football leagues have a trade deadline coming up this Saturday. I want to go over the overall philosophy of why you should be making trades this week. Specifically, my trading philosophy is grounded in classical economics, the concept of specialization and arbitrage, where different products have different values in different markets, and the most efficient economy is one that's constantly exchanging them. Ideally, every single trade that you make in fantasy football should be a win-win, where both sides gain something that they need, and the only losers in the trade are everyone else in the league who just stands pat and doesn't do anything to upgrade their roster. And you should explain this to whoever you're trying to negotiate a trade with, that both sides should come out on top ideally. I'm going to explain the three types of arbitrage that I think are critical in making trades. We have temporal arbitrage, we have positional arbitrage, and we have risk arbitrage. As someone who's played fantasy football for 20 plus years, ask the comments what percentage of all my leagues I've won. I've noticed a couple things this year that are especially true. Number one is that injuries are very real this year. I think every single manager can attest to that. And I expect to see an uptick in injuries the rest of this season. We're going to see more guys resting to get ready for the playoffs if they're on a playoff ready team, or resting just because the team doesn't really care about winning. They just want to get a good lottery spot. Let me know if you want to see a video about which backup players have the most potential to become very fantasy relevant and potential league winners. The second factor is that this season is especially strength of schedule dependent, it appears. There's a big gap between going against the Bengals versus going against the Broncos. I can envision a stat that would tell you exactly how schedule dependent each season is. That's actually one of the things that I want to calculate on the upcoming stats.fansports.com. By the way, fansports.com is where I rank every player in the NFL and give you other fantasy resources to win your league. So what does your team need right now? I'll tell you how to figure that out. We'll start with the most relevant factor right now, which is temporal arbitrage, meaning there is a difference in value between you and whoever you trade with in terms of when you value winning with your players on your team. First question, how secure are you in making the playoffs? If you're a long shot to make the playoffs, give up Joe Burrow, give up Bucky Irving, give up any injured player who's not going to contribute right now to a team who has the luxury of preparing for playoffs, preparing a couple weeks ahead. You are here to play every week like it's your last, so target guys who have cheese matchups against teams like Dallas, Cincinnati, etc. that are very generous. And if you're secure that you're going to make the playoffs and or get a first round bye, don't even worry about the next couple of weeks. Just look only at weeks 15, 16, and 17. Next question is, do you have a first round bye? Most likely. First round buys are a major advantage in fantasy because they basically give you a full week to make roster moves 1 week ahead of all your league mates. This should more or less guarantee that you get one of the top kickers and defenses for the following week in the semifinals of your league. Someone requested a video where I look at the top kickers and defenses to stream in weeks 15, 16, and 17. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Also going to make an overall buy low, sell high, sell low kind of video later this week. Positional arbitrage, where you look at which specific positions you need, is pretty straightforward. It's just what positions do you need that they have. And risk arbitrage is about whether you need risky guys that will propel a mediocre team to a potential championship team, or you're just sitting at the top, you want high floor guys who will carry you to the finals at least. Don't forget to check out fansports.com. Thank you for spending a few valuable minutes of your day with me here. Stay learning. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.